Welcome to the sixth round where I played against really underrated chess player, and let's see how did it go. Everything started with d4, knight on f6, c4, e6, knight on f3 and d5. I really did not expect that he would play Catalan, which opening I usually play with white, so it was quite surprising for me as I rarely played against Catalan, and with white I played all the time. And he played g3, bishop e4, bishop d2, bishop e7, bishop g2, castle, castle. This is literally what I play with white. c6 and queen c2. Here black has few options, either b6 or knight bd7 or knight on e4. I usually play here b6, but here I decided to play knight on e4 and kind of change my opponent's preparation, and he played rook d1. And I played f5. It is literally stone wall. I used to play this opening when I was a child, but then I stopped playing it because I was not getting any good results. Here my opponent played knight on e5 and I played knight bd7 and knight d3. Actually, it showed that it would be good if you would either play bishop on f4 or bishop on f3. But, well, my opponent decided to play knight d3, which I really didn't like because he kind of lost tempo. First he played knight on e5 and then knight d3, and I played knight on f6. Well, instead of knight on f6, I think it would be much better to take on c4 and then play knight on f6, idea of knight d5, but I really did not calculate this way, and I played knight df6. And my opponent played e3 and I played queen e8. Actually, I was kind of confused how should I have continued here, and I was not that well prepared. It's been a very long time I have not played this kind of system, so I was really confused, and it would be much better if I would play b6 probably to develop this light squared bishop, which is really problematic in this structure. But I played queen e8. Idea was to play queen on h5, g5, probably something like that, but as my opponent had bishop g2, this plan is not working very well here. Knight c3, and still I should have played b6 and developed my bishop this way. Queen on h5, bishop e1 and g5. Well, it's pretty uncommon move here to play because I have not developed my light squared bishop yet, and it's pretty complicated position for me. I was literally thinking knight g5, but I really didn't like h4, knight on f3, and then probably a king on h1. I really didn't like this, so I decided to play g5 here. F3 and d takes c4 and knight on e5. He played really well here, and I was kind of getting scared that my opponent had almost 1900 rating, and I really didn't want to lose, so I started a bit panicking here. I took knight on c3, which was not great move. Just knight d6 would be enough to protect c4 pawn, and even though white has slightly better position, it's fine, it's still playable. I took and I played knight d5. Now I'm getting really worse position. I am really lost here, and I really don't know how should I continue, and I'm just simply playing the moves which I would not personally play right now. But anyway, after bishop d2 I played f4 and I made my king really weak. He played e4, strong move. He took and knight on f6. Here he was probably thinking it takes d5, but it's not really working because I'm just simply going to take, and then after this move probably I just simply take and I have like a big compensation of winning. So he took here and I played knight on f6. Here I realized that I have really big trouble. I can't develop my light squared bishop. My rook is stuck. His pieces are really active, so I have absolutely nothing here. Queen c4, bishop d6, bishop e4 and knight on e8. Yeah, this is lost because look, white's pieces are really active and I absolutely have nothing to do here. Queen b4, knight on f7, take, and a5. I'm doing my best really. I just wanted to develop my rook from a6 because I mean, there's nothing else. King on f2 and knight on e5. Takes and h6. Yeah, after rook d8, queen on f7, these are all the moves here. And what he should have played was to take and then probably play either rook d1 or rook on h8. Probably rook d1 is better, and then play bishop h3 or something like this, just because of my pieces weakness and they are not developed. White is winning here, but thankfully he played queen c7 and he blundered queen c5. It is blunder because my queen becomes active. White king can't go to h2, so he has either have to play king on e1 or king on f1 to protect this position. b6, and here my opponent made a big mistake, bishop on h3. Unfortunately, it was really hard for me here to calculate queen d4. I had like 2 minutes only. Queen d4, then idea is to play bishop a6 and take pawn, and probably, I don't know what he should have played, bishop g4, bishop on a6, king g2, queen b2, and now it's lost. So he would, yeah, it's literally lost for white, and unfortunately I did not see queen d4, which makes me in bad mood, but well, I had a few minutes, so that's my justification. So that's why I played here bishop on a6 and bishop g2. Now it's lost because my king still is really weak and my pieces are weak again, and I'm protecting e6. So queen d8, king on f7, and yeah, here he should have played bishop g4. Thankfully he did not. This would be a great move because bishop h5, and I'm like, this rook will be hanging, then rook on like rook d1 and rook d2, so I'm literally suffocating in this game. Rook d1, queen on e5, and he blundered h5. Now I don't let bishop to come to g4, and I don't care if white will take on b6 because I just have bishop e5. And here white has slightly better position, but it's really hard to transfer this position to win. But I blundered again, I played queen g6, and here my opponent should have played f4, which I thought he would do because now he would get again big space, but he did not do that. And he played queen c3, and I played queen on f6 back, and I took it. And here, after bishop g2, queen on e3, he offered me a draw, and I accepted because I literally have nothing here. There's no pieces left to win a game or play for that, and I played like for more than 4 hours, and this game was in the early morning, so I hate early morning rounds, but well, I was not really well prepared here and rested, so that's how it went. But at least I made a draw, I didn't lose the game, so I'm really happy with it. But I expected that I would play much better, but it happens. If you liked the video, make sure to give thumbs up and subscribe my YouTube channel.